One, stay away from windows. Again, as the storm continues to move to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour, just seeing if we're getting any more updates from the National Weather Service on this storm. We're getting reports of trees down in New York State, where the storm originated from, where the first tornado warning was issued on this storm a little while back. In Columbia County, New York, they have reports of trees down there. So again, even if we don't get a tornado with the storm, there is the likelihood of damaging winds, trees coming down, also some very vivid lightning, frequent lightning. So lightning's going to be an issue. As you can see, there's a lot of lightning with this storm. Also, the heavy downpours, so we could be dealing with some flooding as well with this storm as it continues to move off to the north and east. So again, a tornado warning in effect for southwestern Berkshire County. And again, this is until 2:30 this afternoon. This includes Great Barrington, Sheffield, New Marlborough, Monterey, Tyringham, and again, it's moving towards Otis and then eventually into western portions of Hampden County. We continue to, again, watch the storm very closely. Again, you can see that tornado warning. A lot of lightning with this storm as it continues to move in from New York State. So again, along Route 7, we're seeing a lot of this lightning. And again, Sheffield right now under the gun. And this will again move into New Marlborough and eventually Monterey as the storm continues to move off to the north and east. Let's see, I want to just again go back to the velocity here a little bit and get an idea of what we're seeing as far as rotation with the storm. And let's see, not seeing too much of the overlapping, a little bit there. So the rotation's a little bit broader, which is some good news, but again, something we'll have to watch closely as this continues to move to the north and east through southwestern portions of Berkshire County, and then eventually potentially into Hampden County as well. We're seeing a little bit more overlapping there in the latest scan, so there is an indication again that we are seeing rotation with this storm as it continues to move through Berkshire County. So let's put again the warning on there for you and show you that we do have this tornado warning that has been issued for southwestern Berkshire County until 2:30 this afternoon. These storms again moving off to the north and east at about 30 miles per hour. And again, this is a radar indicated rotation in the storm, indicating there could be a tornado with this storm as it continues to move to the north and east through Berkshire County. The tornado warning for New York State has been canceled, but we continue with our tornado warning for southwestern Berkshire County. And again, you can see all the lightning with this storm, a lot of lightning. So again, that indicates that we are dealing with very strong, very severe thunderstorm that is moving through portions of southwestern Berkshire County right now. I want to see if we can get, again, you can see this storm as it continues to move off to the east. Again, about 30 miles per hour to the northeast. And again, moving through southwestern portions of Berkshire County. A lot of lightning with the storm. And again, we have that tornado warning in effect for southwestern Berkshire County until 2:30 this afternoon, because we are seeing on radar at least some rotation with this cell as it moves into southwest. Again, a lot of lightning with the storm for sure. And again, that indicates that the potential is there for very strong damaging winds, also some large hail too, when you're seeing a lot of that activity as that continues to move off to the north and east. So again, this tornado warning, if you live in southwestern Berkshire County right now, Sheffield, Great Barrington, New Marlborough, Monterey, Tyringham, and Otis as well, you're going to be next in line if this holds together. But definitely Great Barrington, Sheffield, Egremont, Mount Washington, those are the areas where we're seeing the potential for a tornado, at least indicated by radar. And again, this is until 2:30 this afternoon, so in another half hour. This may be canceled before it expires, but we'll have to see what the National Weather Service decides on this. And again, we're seeing, now there's that rotation. We're seeing pretty good rotation right there. So there could be potentially a tornado near Sheffield, also near Great Barrington, or Sheffield, So you could be seeing New Marlboro as well as this is moving towards Route 7A. This is where this potential for a tornado could be there. I mean, we don't know exactly because we're basing this off the radar. The radar can let us know where we are potentially seeing a tornado based on the winds that we were just showing you, the inward and outward bound winds when they show that coupling effect where they're going around each other like that. That indicates the potential for a tornado as this system continues to move through southwestern Berkshire County. So again, we do have this tornado warning that has been issued for southwestern Berkshire County until 2:30 this afternoon for the storm in southern Berkshire County. It's really not weakening much at all, unfortunately, because we are continuing to see so much lightning with this storm. Right over Sheffield right now, this is where the area where we could possibly be seeing a funnel cloud, a tornado. So again, if you are in this area, you need to take cover. You need to go to the lowest floor of your home, preferably a basement. You want to stay away from windows as this, again, the storm is moving to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. So again, moving towards Sandusfield, moving towards Tyringham, Monterey. So again, we're continuing to track this storm that could possibly be producing a tornado. We have radar indication that we are seeing the possibility of a tornado with this storm. I mean, it's a very intense storm for sure, again, based on all the lightning we're seeing with it. So again, that's an indication that we have a lot going on in that storm between not only the lightning, but again, very heavy rain, potential for large hail. And again, we're seeing that red and green very closely. You see the bright reds and the bright greens together like that. So that's an indication that we could still be seeing some rotation with this storm cell as it continues to move through southwestern Berkshire County. So again, if you live in southwestern Berkshire County right now, especially Sheffield, Monterey, Great Barrington, this is the area that we're seeing the potential possibility of a tornado. New Marlboro, Monterey, moving towards Tyringham, and if this holds together, it could continue up towards Otis and eventually into western Hampden County. We don't have a tornado warning yet for Hampden County yet, but we'll have to watch this storm as it continues to move through portions of southwestern Berkshire County. Just checking to see if we're getting any new information from the Albany Weather Service. Haven't seen anything yet. So again, this is until 2:30. The storm, a very severe storm that is moving through southwestern Berkshire County. We have a tornado warning on it until 2:30 this afternoon. We're seeing a lot of lightning with the storm. You can see just all this lightning that the storm is producing. So very intense thunderstorm, very heavy rainfall, could be some large hail with this, and the possibility that this storm could be producing a tornado. Again, this is a radar indicated rotation or tornado warning. So again, there's no confirmation, at least at this point, that a tornado is on the ground. We're getting an indication based on the radar, and we were showing you those winds, the bright reds and bright greens right up against each other, indicating that we could be dealing with the possibility of a tornado in southwestern Berkshire County. No confirmation yet, but again, if you live in southwestern Berkshire County, Sheffield, New Marlboro, Monterey, Tyringham, Great Barrington, Egremont, Mount Washington, although it looks like it's kind of passed through those areas, at least Mount Washington and Egremont, but definitely Sheffield, Great Barrington, New Marlboro, Monterey, Tyringham, and also if you live out towards Otis as well, be ready. This storm is moving in your direction and eventually could, if it holds together, will move into western portions of Hampden County. So again, a lot of lightning with this storm, very heavy rainfall with the storm, large hail potentially with the storm, and the possibility of a tornado. That's why we have that tornado warning that has been issued for southwestern Berkshire County, and again until 2:30 this afternoon as the storm moving to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. We're going to look at the velocities once again and see as far as the rotation goes with the storm what we're seeing, and still seeing that very strong winds, a little bit of that coupling taking place in some spots. You see that very bright red and green together. So there's some broad rotation still with the storm. So that's why the Weather Service is keeping that tornado warning up. So hopefully it kind of becomes a little bit more linear and we don't see that kind of overlapping. But again, definitely some very strong damaging winds with this storm, as we again see that plenty of lightning with the storm, a lot of lightning and very heavy rainfall. This again includes the cities, or towns I should say, of Sheffield, Great Barrington, New Marlborough, also Sandusfield. You're under the gun as well, Monterey, Tyringham, and again, if it holds together, it's going to move up towards Otis and eventually towards Chester and Huntington. So this is something we're going to have to watch very closely as we continue through this afternoon, and this tornado warning remains in effect again for southwestern Berkshire County until 2:30 this afternoon. Just checking to see no new information yet from the Weather Service on this. They'll usually send some updates whether they're going to keep the warning up or not, and at this point they are keeping the warning up for, again, southwestern portions of Berkshire County. We have a tornado warning until 2:30 this afternoon for the storm that we are tracking. It's moving over Route 7 right now in the Berkshires. You can see some purple in there again, so that indicates the potential for that tornado. Very heavy rainfall, also large hail is a possibility with the storm as it continues to move off to the north and east. So we're keeping a very close eye on this. Still seems to maintaining its intensity as it continues to move towards western Hampden County. Not seeing too much rotation. We're definitely seeing the bright reds and bright greens, indicating some very strong winds with this storm system, with the cell as it moves towards New Marlborough, Sandusfield, and also towards Tyringham. So again, the storm moving to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. It's radar is indicating that it could be producing a tornado. That's why we do have a tornado warning in effect for southwestern Berkshire County until 2:30 this afternoon for this storm. Very intense, severe thunderstorm that is moving through southwestern Berkshire County right now. You can see a lot of lightning with the storm as it continues to move off to the north and east at about 30 miles per hour. So again, a quarter-size hail's potential with this. Also, flying debris is a concern when we are talking about a tornado. So again, you want to go to the lowest floor of your home. If you're in the path of this, if you're in where the tornado warning is, if you're in Great Barrington, if you're in Sheffield, if you're in New Marlborough, Monterey, or Tyringham, Sandusfield, you want to go to the lowest floor of your home, preferably into a basement, as this storm continues to move off to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. And again, this is a radar indicated tornado with this storm. So again, we don't have any confirmation as of yet that a tornado has been sighted or has touched down, but it is indicating to us that based on the radar, with the rotation in the storm, it could be producing a tornado. So again, this is until 2:30 this afternoon. We're keeping an eye on this very strong, intense thunderstorm, severe storm that is producing a lot of lightning, also producing some very heavy rainfall, potentially producing large hail as well. As of yet, we have no reports of, let's see. Yeah, the Weather Service just says they're going to continue the tornado warning until 2:30. I'm just going to get an update here from them. South Central Berkshire County till 2:30. Tornado and potential is there for possibility of golf ball size hail with the storm as well. So large hail moving to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. It was located at 207, was located over Sheffield near Great Barrington, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. So this storm will remain over mainly the rural areas of Litchfield and Berkshire counties. So again, South Sandusfield, Sodom, East Sheffield, Twin Lakes, Hartsville, these areas, New Marlborough, and Tyringham. You're in the path of this severe storm that could potentially be producing a tornado. So again, if you live in these areas, move to a basement or the most interior room on the lowest floor of your home. You want to avoid windows. And again, if you're outdoors, you need to get inside. Definitely move to the closest substantial shelter and definitely want to protect yourself from any flying debris. So again, still indicated on radar that this storm that's moving through southern portions of Berkshire County could be producing a tornado. We have no confirmation as of yet that a tornado has touched down, but again, this is a radar indicated tornado on this storm, producing a lot of lightning over southern portions of Berkshire County right now. I'm going to just kind of check on the velocities here. And you see, again, we're still seeing a little bit of rotation there as it moves towards New Marlborough and Sandusfield. So again, you see the bright reds and bright greens indicating very strong damaging winds with the storm as it continues to move off to the north and east. So again, we have this tornado warning in effect for southern portions of Berkshire County right now. It's right over Sheffield. It's moving into Monterey, New Marlborough, Tyringham, Sandusfield, and eventually towards Otis as well. And you can see a lot of lightning showing up with this storm. So again, it's in southern portions of Berkshire County, just crossed Route 7 in southern Berkshire County, and it continues to move off to the northeast right now at about 30 miles per hour. So again, tornado warning in effect for southwestern Berkshire County until 2:30 this afternoon. Again, I just checked with the Weather Service, and then they're going to continue this, and we're going to stay on the air with this until it either is canceled or expired, because this is an important situation. So again, if you live in southwestern Berkshire County, you see that warning, the red box, New Marlborough, Monterey, Sheffield. Also, if you live in Sandusfield, you want to go to a basement or lowest floor of your home right now, because we have a storm that's moving through. There's an indication on radar that it could be producing a tornado. And again, we're seeing, again, a lot of lightning with this storm. As it started in New York State, we had a tornado warning in New York State, and I was concerned that we may see it here. And of course, sure enough, we did as this continues to move. You see a Route 57 there as well, moving right over Route 57. And again, it's moving towards Monterey, Tyringham, Sandusfield, and eventually could move towards Otis. So if you live also in western Hampden County, so we're talking Huntington, Blandford, Tolland, this storm is moving in your direction as well. So be ready. This tornado warning could be extended into western Hampden County and even western Hampshire County, as this is again moving to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. So again, we are seeing a potential of a tornado with this storm. That's why there is a tornado warning that has been issued till 2:30 this afternoon for southwestern Berkshire County for this storm that crossed over the New York State line. Right now, this appears to really be the only severe storm out there, which I guess is some good news, but still, unfortunately, it's you never want to see a tornado warning. But again, we are dealing, and I'm just checking to see if there's any more warnings right now. That appears to be the only warning anywhere, at least in western Massachusetts right now. And you can see this line that's moving through. Once this moves through, things should get a little bit better this afternoon, but we are starting to see some other storms kind of popping up ahead of this area where we have the tornado warning. So I have to watch these closely, these individual storms. But again, at least right now, our concern is for this storm moving through southwestern Berkshire County, where we do have that tornado warning that has been issued by the National Weather Service out of Albany until 2:30 this afternoon. Again, you can see it's still maintaining its strength. We're seeing a lot of lightning with the storm, some heavy, very heavy rainfall. Could be also dealing with some golf ball size hail with the storm. Now, if you are in that warning box, if you are in southwestern Berkshire County, you need to go to a basement. Seek shelter in a basement or lowest floor of your home right now. Again, we have no confirmation that a tornado has touched down, at least at this point, but what we're seeing on radar is that this storm is showing rotation, which indicates that we could be seeing a tornado with this storm. Again, you can see that those red and green, still seeing a little bit of rotation. It's not as strong as it was, but it's, again, moving right along towards Route 57, New Marlborough and Sandusfield right now. That's where, if you live in this area especially, you need to take cover. The storm is headed right in your direction, and we're seeing, again, that rotation with this storm as it continues to move off to the north and east. So, again, we do have a tornado warning that has been issued. Oh, it looks like we may have another one, unfortunately. Yes, we have another tornado warning now for southwestern Franklin County. So things are starting to get active. Let me just get the information on this one. So things are developing right on top of us right now. So again, we now have a tornado warning that has been also issued for Northwestern Hampshire and Northwestern Franklin County, and this one is until 2:45 this afternoon. This also radar indicated tornado, so we don't have any confirmation as of this point, but again, you know, things are getting active. This is live on the air. We're getting a tornado warning that has just been now issued for Southwestern Hampshire and Franklin County. So keeping an eye on two of these systems. I want to get a velocity on this one as well, see if we're seeing that rotation with the storm as it's moving through portions of southwestern Franklin County. And you can see, let's see, yep, we're seeing some of that reds and greens there. So there could be, again, out towards Plainfield, those areas could be seeing some rotation, could be a tornado there. So again, if you live in these areas, let me get the specifics on this one. If you live in Buckland, Shelburne, Ashfield, Coleraine, Charlemont, Heath, Plainfield, Rowe, and Holly, also it's moving toward Greenfield. So again, if you live in that portion of Berkshire, I should say Franklin or Hampshire County, we have another tornado warning that has just been issued for, let me just put the warnings on here so you can see that, because we do now have two tornado warnings in effect for Western Massachusetts. One is for Western Franklin and Western Hampshire County. This has just been issued till 2:45 this afternoon, and we also do have one that is in effect, that remains in effect till 2:30 for southwestern portions of Hampden County. And actually this has also been just extended as well to include, as we were mentioning, Otis. So now that includes Otis, also continues with Sandusfield. This continues until 2:45 this afternoon. Let me try to get some information on that. So again, we have two tornado warnings that have been issued, or three now, for Western Massachusetts. We have the original one for southwestern Berkshire County that is set to expire at 2:30. We also have one for southwestern portions of Franklin and Western Hampden County, or Hampshire County, I should say, Western Franklin and Western Hampshire County. This one is until 2:45, and we have a new one as well that has been issued for 2:45 for Berkshire County right up to Hampden County. So southern portions of Berkshire County, pretty much the entire county now, or at least the southern portion of the county, is under that tornado warning until 2:45. Let me just see if we can get some more information on some of these tornado warnings. Again, both of these are radar indicated, or all of these, all three of them, are radar indicated warnings. Let's just see. Okay, now we have the tornado warning that has just been extended into Western Hampden County. So we now have a tornado warning that has just been issued just now for Western Hampden County and Western Hampshire County, and this is until 3 o'clock. So again, this is moving towards West Springfield and Westfield. So pretty much if you are in the southern portions of Berkshire County, if you are south of the Bass Pike, especially right now, need to take cover, go to the lowest floor of your home, as we do now have a number of tornado warnings that have been issued for southern portions of Berkshire County, and now just issued, just now, live on the air, 3 o'clock, Western Hampden and Western Hampshire County, as this storm is that we've been tracking this afternoon that moved through southern Berkshire County, now is starting to move into southwestern Hampden and eventually Hampshire County. So it's moving again towards Westfield and Northampton. We're also seeing these other cells that are producing some rain too. So we have to keep an eye on these. Some of these are intensifying rather quickly. So any of these storms that are popping up ahead of this line that we are seeing the tornado warnings is what we're going to have to be very concerned with. So again, I want to show you also, in addition to the ones that we have in the lower part of Western Massachusetts, southern portions, we do have that tornado warning that has been issued for northern Western Franklin and Western Hampshire County, and that is until 2:45 for these storms that are moving through as we speak right now. So again, we have numerous tornado warnings that have been issued as these storms are indicating potential rotation with these. I want to just kind of put on some of these velocities and get an idea of what we're seeing. So again, there it is. I mean, we're seeing some rotation with that system, that cell, I should say, right over Sandusfield. So again, if you live in southern portions of Hampden County, if you are southern portions of Berkshire County, western Hampden County right now, and even the Springfield area, again, this tornado warning will be headed in our direction there as well. So that's where we're seeing rotation in these storms as this continues to move off to the north and east at about 30 miles per hour. Let me just check some rotation. Savoy, let me see, there's a tornado warning, Titan. I'm just keeping an eye on some of these tornado warnings. So again, we're tracking a number of tornado warnings that have been issued for western Massachusetts right now. We have 3 or 4 of them that have been issued for no confirmation, but yet a radar indicated tornado on with the radar is indicating rotation with some of these storms. So again, we're talking southwestern portions of Berkshire County, also western portions of Hampden County right now as the storm continues to move off to the north and east. The storm that's moving through southern Berkshire County is the one that we're keeping an eye on, that has prompted that warning now for western Hampden and Hampshire County. So that would include Huntington, that includes a number of the towns west of the Connecticut River right now in Hampden and Hampshire County. Let me just get some more information on this one. Let's see. So again, we have a tornado warning in effect for Northwestern Hampshire County and Northwestern Franklin County until 2:45. We also have that tornado warning now in effect for western Hampden and western Hampshire County, and that is in effect until 3 p.m. for a storm that is moving towards the Springfield area. So right now, Russell, Granville, Chester, Blandford, Tolland, it's going to be moving in the next few minutes. So again, if you live in those areas, you need to take cover. You need to go to the basement, lowest floor of your home right now, as we are continuing to track a storm that could possibly be producing a tornado. Radar indicated, at least at this point, we have no confirmation, at least right now, that a tornado has touched down. But again, the potential is definitely there as we are seeing these severe storms moving through southwestern portions of Berkshire County and now moving into western Hampden and western Hampshire counties. And also, we're seeing that up in Franklin and western Hampshire County to the north. So again, we have multiple tornado warnings that have been issued by the National Weather Service in Albany for the Berkshires, and also the Weather Service in Taunton, or I should say Norton, for western Hampden and western Hampshire County, as we are tracking severe weather that is again moving into through western Massachusetts, I should say. And again, right now we have about 4 tornado warnings that have been issued. There's one, the southern Berkshire should be expiring at 2:30, the original tornado warning for southern Berkshire County, but has been extended a bit just east of the original one. So that includes Otis. It also includes Sandusfield, and then of course Chester, Blandford, Tolland, Granville. You're in the path of that storm as it's moving into western portions of Hampden and Hampshire County. So again, you can see here's the storm that we've been tracking. Still a lot of lightning with this storm. Again, we've seen that rotation with this storm. It's maintaining its intensity, unfortunately, and it is again moving towards portions of southwestern Hampden and into Hampshire County. So again, it's moving towards Northampton, moving towards Westfield and Springfield eventually. So you need to be prepared, you need to take cover, you need to go to the basement if you have one, or lowest floor in your home as this continues to move off to the east. You want to also avoid any windows, of course a concern with anything, whether it's a tornado or just these damaging winds, is flying debris. So again, stay away from windows. Again, the best advice is to go to a basement or the lowest floor of your home at this point, as these severe storms continue to move into portions of western Hampden and Hampshire County from Berkshire County. And also, again, we're keeping an eye on that storm up in Franklin County as well. So I want to give you kind of check on that one as well. We want to make sure that we're trying to get all of these in for you. So again, we have tornado warning